Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Rhonda and welcome to the YouTube family. Today I'm going to be playing around with a household essential, and that's oats. In my previous video where I made 5 healthy snacks, I made oats in a very basic and I would say efficient way by just making it in a microwave. But I've been looking on social media lately and there have been a lot of trends and different ways to make oats. Today I'll be experimenting with 5 different ways to make oats to see if we can make these oats on another level. The first set of oats that I'm going to make is inspired by banana bread. This is the banana bread porridge. This is my first time making oats in a pan, and surprisingly it wasn't as scary or as daunting as I thought it would be. I think I may have caramelized the bananas a little bit too much because they are looking extra dark. But I'm really curious to see what this tastes like, so let's give it a go. We've got the oats, some banana, and a walnut as well. Let's have a taste. Wow. The caramelized banana really takes the oats to the next level. And it does remind me of banana bread. And the nutmeg and the cinnamon just really warms up the oats, so it's kind of like a nice hearty breakfast. It's actually really good, guys, and it wasn't even that hard to make. I think caramelized bananas are now a must for when you're making oats. Next recipe I'll be making is Biscoff glazed overnight oats. How yummy does that sound? This recipe was one that I found on Instagram, and with overnight oats, essentially you mix it all together the day before, pop it in the fridge, and it starts to absorb all the liquids and thicken up overnight, so the next morning it's all ready to go. Biscoff glazed oats. We've got the oats on the bottom layer. It's got a Biscoff cream in the middle layer, topped off with a Biscoff glazed, and I sprinkled a Biscoff biscuit on top as well. I'm gonna wrap it up now and we'll pop it in the fridge and let's see how it turns out tomorrow. I'm excited. So next up, we're going to be making baked oats. Baked oats is a huge trend that has been going on, and the first baked oat recipe is going to be brownie inspired. Firstly, we're going to blitz everything up in a blender. If you don't have one, then just whisk it yourself and mash it up, and we'll see how we go. So this is the final product of the brownie batter oats. Oh my gosh. This looks so decadent, guys. Like, it could even be a dessert. Okay, it's a bit warm, but let's give it a taste. We dig into the oats. You can see that the chocolate has melted nicely and the cake is definitely not dry at all. Look at that. I cooked this for about 20 minutes and it's kind of like a gooey mud cake consistency. If you guys like it to be a little bit more cakey or cooked through, then definitely cook it for 25 minutes instead. But I think this is really good for a first attempt. Since this one has turned out so good, I'm really excited to see what the next recipe will be like. And of course, we definitely have to do a Biscoff version of the baked oats. The recipe is very similar to the brownie baked oats, except I'm changing the protein to a vanilla protein, and the filling for the baked oats is going to be Biscoff spread. Here is the Biscoff baked oats. My oven did burn it a little bit at the top, if you can see. But otherwise, I'm sure it will be tasty. Oh, it's hot. Lawrence is enjoying the brownie one in the corner. Okay, let's dig into this one, guys. Where is the Biscoff filling? Oh, that didn't turn out as expected. Biscoff filling somehow sank to the bottom of it. Yeah, so it didn't ooze out like I thought it would. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, so that one was a little bit of a fail. It was meant to ooze out like a lava cake, but the Biscoff just sunk to the bottom. So this one's kind of like cinnamon donut with a bit of Biscoff flavor. Maybe if the batter was a bit thicker, it would be able to hold the Biscoff in the middle. I don't know. It's still nice, but it didn't turn out as I expected it to. But the last oat recipe for today is a PB&J oat cake. So for all of those PB&J lovers, this one is for you. Okay, here we have the PB&J cake baked oats. It looks so cute. I love how the little frozen raspberries are just peeping through at the top. In the Instagram recipe, she did glaze it with some raspberry jam and some peanut butter as well. I'm not bothered, I'm just happy to try it like this. So let's give it a go. Ooh, it's nice and gooey. Interesting. With a PB&J cake, the recipe did say to cook it for only 15 minutes. So the consistency is really like cake batter, and you've got the richness of the peanut butter. I love the tartness of the raspberries and how it just cuts through the creaminess of the oat batter. Personally, I would probably cook this a little bit more, just because I prefer to have it a little bit more cooked through rather than being on the gooier side. I do think that this will be a hit for those of you guys that like PB&J. Morning guys! We can finally try the overnight Biscoff oats. I hope this Biscoff oat recipe will make up for the fail we had yesterday. This one does look pretty good. We've got the Biscoff glaze, there's the cream, and then the oats are underneath. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, that's really different.
Oh my god. That's actually really nice, guys. Like, it's really rich in the Biscoff flavor, and the cream gives it a nice creaminess to the oats. And I quite like how the oats are cold. It's more refreshing, and I guess it would be something you would have on a nice spring day. And you probably have it as a dessert as well. So there we go. Those were the 5 recipes that I found on Instagram. Different ways to make the traditional oats a little bit more enjoyable and more tasty. I think my favorites would be the banana bread version with the caramelized bananas and walnuts on top. The brownie one was really decadent, and I feel like that would go nicely with some vanilla ice cream. And surprisingly, the overnight Biscoff oats were really good as well. I will leave the recipes down in the description box below so you guys can give it a go yourself. Let me know down in the comments below if there are other ways that you guys like to make your oats, or if there are any other recipes that you would like me to try out. Thank you all for spending a few minutes of your day to watch this video. I am so grateful and I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Mwah.